Chuck Reeves, attorney at law, Esquire, ... Junior the third. Call me up. For real. Like, if you have a slip and fall at the Stowe, you didn't get your fucking Slamfest VIP, some asshole who paid too much for a fucking ICP VIP hits you with a full moon mist and now you can't remember your own name? Call me. Chuck Reeves, Esquire. We'll take it all the way to the Supreme Court. We'll tell the FBI the gang did it. Let's get this paper. Airborne Faygo.
It disappeared. It disappeared. It disappeared. It disappeared. It disappeared. It disappeared. A fine, full, dignified beard.
But, so we're going to talk about the one thing first, because we've talked about this before. I feel like I'm doing a rerun. Bunch of people tagged me in it, up on the Facebook, at the various places it popped up. ICP getting sued again. This news, courtesy of the NBC affiliate in Toledo, Ohio, WCMH. An Ohio woman is suing the band The Insane Clown Posse, claiming she was hit with a 2-liter bottle of Faygo during a concert, knocking her unconscious. This shit just want to hiccup for no reason. You see this shit? It just want to hiccup for no reason. That's YouTube. That ain't me. Do not blame me for that shit, because the way I know that y'all are talking shit is that somebody's asking if I kicked my internet out of the wall. Now, if I can see you talking that shit in the chat, it means that, yeah, my internet is still good. For some reason or another, YouTube wants to be a cunt. Look, now it says that my encoder is delivering bad data. Whatever. We gonna struggle on here. If there's any issues, I'll look at the computer later. I need to move some files. That I do need to do. I know my computer's probably running slow as shit, to be honest. So, by buying a ticket to the ICP show, knowing what an ICP show entails at this point, and then attending said show, you have kind of absolved ICP from you suing them if you get hit with a bottle or any kind of fucking injury like that. Here's the problem with this one and the last one. And it's the problem that if any lawyer was smart, it's what I would bring up. If you go to an ICP show, you are giving the implied consent that you are there and you are willing to participate in ICP and designated employees of Psychopathic Records to spray you with Faygo and launch those bottles in the way that ICP has perfected over the last 20 years of touring and doing this. Now, that in itself is not safe. What this suit mentions, and what the last suit mentioned, and what I mentioned, and what these fucking people need to mention, is the fact that these injuries are not occurring due to Faygo that is being thrown by ICP or thrown by members of the Psychopathic Records tour roster. These injuries are happening during Faygo Armageddon, when paid and sometimes snuck in folk are permitted access to the stage and then given basically an unlimited supply of 2 liters that they then spray, launch, and throw. Sometimes in an even more unsafe manner than ICP does. Now, if you go to YouTube, there's a video of Jay and Shags explaining to you the way you're supposed to launch these things so you don't have full closed, what amounts to a fucking brick being thrown into the crowd. The fact that that video exists means that these guys know that the launching of Faygo is a specialized activity. Now, when they do it in a safe fashion, a fashion that they've practiced, a fashion that they've come accustomed to over the last 2 decades. When they let people on stage to do it without any kind of talk beforehand, I mean, there was no safety brief. No one told me, when I went up there, no one said to me, don't throw full 2 liters. Now, if they were smart, they would take all the caps off the 2 liters before they ever got on stage during Faygo Armageddon, so you couldn't throw full ones. But this woman saying her injuries came from the fact that she caught a full one to the fucking chest. She passed out, hit the floor, and had life-threatening injuries. You ever been hit with a full bottle of soda with the cap on it? When you enter a show, you're given ICP and psychopathic records the implied consent that you would like to participate in their show, which includes the Insane Clown Posse and designated psychopathic records personnel launching soda in a manner that they've perfected over the last 20 years. The fucked up part, and the part that needs to come to light in these legal proceedings, and what if they're going to be liable at all, it's going to be for this reason. It's going to be because of the Faygo Armageddon thing. It's going to be because of the VIP. Because you literally have people that have never launched a soda like that ever before, taking the stage, opening them, and throwing them. And sometimes not even fucking opening them, just throwing them. And don't tell me you haven't seen it, because we've all seen it. I see people, yeah, there you go, Jason Moore. People throw full 2 liters. They do. Why? Neither Jay nor Shags throws a full 2 liter. So there's the problem. And I think we're going to see more and more of these as these shows continue, and as they continue to sell the idea that you can go on stage. They're basically assuming the risk by taking money from you and allowing you up there on that stage to participate in the event in the way they do. I'm trying to think. This is the equivalent of, like, I don't know. There's really almost nothing. Actually, yeah, there is. So you go to a baseball game and there's the risk of you getting hit with a foul ball or something. Like, there's the risk. Now, let's say that during the course of the game in the 9th inning, they just let everybody out there to try to hit the ball. Way more people are potentially going to get hurt. That's the closest fucking comparison I can make. So as long as they continue to let people who aren't, I don't know, trained professionals. I hate to call the clowns trained professionals, but when it comes to being the Insane Clown Posse, Jay and Shags are the 2 most trained individuals in that task. When it comes to being them, a key part to being them is the safe operation of airborne Faygo. When they invite 100 people who aren't Jay and Shags to operate airborne Faygo, more injuries will, and we're going to see pan out. And they're going to keep getting sued. And sooner or later, one of these fucking courts is going to be like, yeah, we get it. They knew that they were going to get wet with soda. We get it. But they didn't know that you were going to charge some retard $100 to come up there and throw a fucking full one at them. Ta-da! If the glove does not fit, you must acquit type shit. I mean, shit, y'all even seen they got little statues, little fucking figurines of it now. Oh, the cap's off and it's like, what the fuck? I mean, some of these fucking dudes I see in this VIP line, they're not all there. And some of these people are just fucking mean. Some of these people are just mean. Tell them, if you've never seen a juggalo at a Faygo Armageddon like fucking Pete Rose, fucking Nolan Ryan, a fucking 2-liter up somebody's head, let me know. Because I seen it. And like I said, that's where the problem's going to lie. And in order for psychopathic to really, really cover their own ass, they're going to have to stop being greedy. They're going to have to offer you a VIP package that's worth that money without this other shit. Unless they're prepared to give you an hour's worth of training and have you sign a bunch of releases beforehand that make you personally liable for any injuries you may have caused. But now you legitimately have them letting retards fucking Joe Montana 2-liters at people, pointy end first. And I'm not about that life. Like, let a motherfucker throw a full 2-liter at me and it not take me out. I'm going to see you outside. Oh, we're going to see each other.